Cinema. Absolute cinema. That's the word of the day. YouTube faithful, what it is, what it do. We got NFL primetime, and it should be a banger. Rams Niners, the battle for California. 48.5 point total, 2.5 point spread favoring the Niner Nation. 6-7 versus 7-6. Who's moving on? The public is all over the Rams. Check this out. Oddly enough, I loaded up the cord today like I always do, and sure enough, everyone's touting the Rams. And I was like, ESPN, First Take, Colin Hurd, all the shows are touting Rams, and then I go look and see where the public money's going, and it all makes sense. I'm like, wow, no wonder everyone's on the Rams out of nowhere. It's cinema to me, absolute cinema. That's the theme of this video. So lock in, because get your Red Bull, get your popcorn. Captain Crush is going to lay it and break it down for you. Give you a few plays. We got a lot to cover, and we don't have a lot of time to do it. This video is running late as is because news is popping like your prom date zit. So know your role, pay the toll, smash the like, and possibly leave your boy a comment. Yesterday was a decent day. Like the thumbnail implies, Chef Curry didn't cook. We didn't get Chef Curry. We got Kindergarten Curry. He sold everything. It was the anchor. He was the daily double anchor. We only had 2 games. The chat was out of their mind. We were all, I'm telling you right now, if you saw my Twitter post, there was about 50 plus. 50. And I know there's more. I'm just talking about people that were active in the chat. Out of like 800 members, there's only like anywhere between 20 to 30 active at any given time. A lot of lurkers, a lot of chatters. Good place. You should check it out, by the way. I'm going to have a promo at the end of this video, but I digress. Curry sold the bag. It happened. It is what it is. There was only 2 games. We had to make moves. Town cash. In fact, let me do a recap real quick before I have to throw hands. Here we go. Towns, 2.5 assists, 11.5 rebounds, and his RA, which we discussed on live stream, cash. Unfortunately, he sold his points. He got into foul trouble, and they didn't really have him shooting. He was a monster on the glass, aka Windex. Sengun, 4.5 assists, Goblin. I told you guys it's likely he's going to land on 5. Cash that. Kevin Looney, he got gate kept to oblivion. He played like 13 or 12 minutes. He pushed net neutral. Curry, the chef, the anchor of it all, because we only had 2 games. We had to make choices. Listen, I regret nothing. Curry in an elimination game, he's historically 9-5 against Houston. He only played 32 minutes, and he disappeared in the second half. Cinema. Once again, cinema. Nothing you can do. He sold. Clint Capella, 9.5 points, 18.5 points, rebounds, cash. Jalen Johnson, 2.5 turnovers, cash. Dyson Daniels, 2.5 blocks and steals, cash. So let's do a recap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this doesn't count which was discussed on the live stream and posted, which was Trae Young's points, Jalen Johnson's RA, and a few others. Kuminga's points, rebounds, but forget that. We're just going with by the list. So we got 7 right, and then Towns missed 1, so 7 and 1, and then Curry and his RA and his rebounds, so a total of 7 and 3. 10 props, 7 hit, 3 chalked. Guys, I have no regrets, okay? This was my Discord Dub Club paywall item list, and I actually did write-ups. Because there was only 2 games, I had more time. Normally, I don't do write-ups because I do a YouTube every day, and I do a 2-hour live stream on average. So there's really no point. I can explain it to everyone there, but I'm trying to mix it up, try new things. We'll see what happens. We'll see what shakes out. But one thing I do also need to point out, y'all. We still had people getting dubs. Mark's World, I think, was the big winner on the night. Look at this. Cinema right here. Look at this. Bridges, Towns, Johnson, Brunson, Sengun, Hield. He got it all. He uses the projection sheets each and every day. Capella, Hunter, Young. Oh, we also had Hunter on the live stream. All this was from the live stream. Trae, Hunter, and Capella. Well, Capella was on the list, but I got on Hunter's points and Trae Young's points on the live stream. Cash. I mean, he got a lot right. I actually ended up losing yesterday overall because I had Curry and everything. Berg got himself taking alt lines. Jalen Johnson, Towns, Curry, 13.5 points. Love to see it. I mean, folks, people still get wins even on days where my personal anchor doesn't get there. But I love to see it, okay? Towns, Green, Fred VanVleet, Jabari Smith. He must have used the projection sheets to cash that. Love to see it. Another dub. Guys, I could sit here and waste 15 minutes going through this. But I won't, because I got an L myself, and I'm still tilted about Steph Curry. It's like Crush always says, those live streams are pivotal. So now that housekeeping has been taken care of, let's cook today. And we're going to rush through NBA because it's not that important today, in my opinion. I'm focused on it, but I'm also focused on NFL. I think the key, the combo breaker to today's slate, 2 NBA, 2 NFL. Bang! Have your NFL plays over here, your NBA plays over here, a list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Golden 4-man combos, 2 and 2, or add a 5th if you want that flex equity. Get in the mix. That, in my opinion, is the key to landing on the right combo today. I think you already have an anchor with Cade Cunningham's points at 18.5. PrizePicks 3 a bone. They said, bang, have a little taco on a Thursday night. Taco Thursday, they said. Bring it. I'm taking it. I'm maxing it. You can't stop me. Sells? He sells. I'm not interested in preparing for the worst on a taco. If it doesn't hit, it doesn't hit. I'm trying to get the get back. You dig? So, where else are we going with NBA? Well, guess what, comment guy? Tatum got ruled out of the mix, which automatically puts Derek White on your radar. I got him last night. 9.5 rebounds plus assist. PrizePicks has him at 10.5. That's a big ask. I don't care who you are. You last 5 Kings are loving life because you can see the green beans. He sold last game. Of course, he hooked it. He would have literally cashed me 8 lineups last game if he would have gone over this 9.5, but it's neither here nor there. I'm going right back to the well. No Tatum, no problem. Derek White, you just made the list, Papa. And I got good news. Over here on Parlay Play, listen, guys, I know Parlay Play's discount with Towns' points, the slash line sold. I understand that's going to happen, but I told you, just as sure as water is wet, the priority was his rebounds. I even said that. I put it in gold text. I loved his assists. I loved his goblin points. I loved his rebounds, but during the course of the video and post-edit, I pivoted to just his rebounds, even though he cashed his Demons assist and Demons rebounds sweat-free. You gotta pay attention to the videos. Don't skip through. You're gonna lose stuff. You're gonna miss stuff. So right here on Parlay Play, they're doing it again. They gave you a Purdy slash line. I already locked it in, so it's not showing because I'm logged into my account. But they do have a Cade Cunningham boost at 19.5, 145. I'm taking it, and I paired it up with Derek White, 9.5 rebounds plus assists. This right here is paying out 1.98x. This is the alt line. They do have 10.5. I will also take either Kyron Williams, Puka Nacua. Look at this right now on Parlay Play. Check this out, buddy. Check it out. You could see 1.83 at 88.5, 1.79 at 89, and then at 90, 1.78x. My brothers and sisters in Christ, they're literally paying you more to take it at 88.5 because it's a little glitch. It happens time to time. You lock in those 3, it's 3.5x. Or you could take out Derek White and just go with those 2 and get a 2.65x. Either or, there's tons of plays, tons of boosts, tons of discounts. Once in a while, you will get a bonus like this where it happens. It happens even on PrizePicks now and again. Their algorithms just can't keep up. But why would you take them on PrizePicks at 90.5 when you can take them over there? And Derek White is an alternate line. So go ahead if you want to take White. If we go look at the market data, you can see it's crispy as crispy gets. His RA, it's minus 125, minus 130, minus 140, minus 142. It's all across the board crispy. So we have to consider it, and I personally played it. No regrets. Remember, we want that 54.5%, but I'm okay with 53.9. The model's wish-washy on it. It's tough to say, but no Tatum, no problem, baby. I'm going with it. Let's go look at him real quick on Outlier. Again, I'm trying to rush through NBA. I'm trying to rush through this video because we have so much to talk about. And once again, my body's just saying, take a break because I'm starting to get those palpitations again in the old chest. It's cinema around here. The word of the day is cinema. Let's look. R-A. Okay, you can see in his last 20, he's gone over 10 of 20. Let's filter this out. Let's take Tatum off the floor. People ask me all the time, what's your favorite research tool? It is Outlier, and you use code CRUSH, you will get, I think it's a week free, and then after that, it's like 19 bucks, guys. It's literally cheap as the day is long, just like my Discord. 25 bucks, 20 bucks. Realistically, I'm being honest with you guys. If you have $100 a month to spend on your tools for helping you bet, which would be like DG Fantasy, Outlier, and My Cord, that's a bargain, baby. $100 gets you the trifecta. One day, I'll have my own suite of tools where I have my own Outlier, I have my own DG one day. That will come down the road. The bigger I get, that is my end game, and it'll be all one package for Captain Crush. But for now, this is what we got. So you can take Tatum off the court, and all of a sudden, you see in 7 games, look at the upside, 15, 10, 19, 20, 10, 12, 9. It's cinema. 37 minutes, 31, 35, 36. Obviously, this is last season, except for on December 4th. He had 11 assists and 4 rebounds. So if you did just want to take Derek White at 5.5 assists, I wouldn't begrudge you a bit. Comment guy, I think it's hitting. I think his PRA's in the mix. I think Derek White is a hustler. He's like a Scotty Barnes, but smaller. He runs all over the court. He does it all. Now, the matchup is as mid as it can get, 8-8, but I'm not worried about matchup, fella. He just played him on December 4th, 11-4, and then look at the historical odds. My goodness, 19-20, and this is without Tatum, okay? So, again, you got to get in on this, man. You got to have some shares of Derek White if you want. If you don't, it is what it is. Now, I like it mainly on parlay play at 9.5. You can take it at PrizePicks at 10.5 if you'd like. Again, I wouldn't begrudge you a bit. So clear the board on that so the skip throughers can't try to figure out what's going on. I love to troll them. If you do skip through the videos because you're short on time or something and you don't complain if you miss something, that's fine. If you skip through and complain you chalk, I'm glad you lost, baby. Now, we got to talk about the elephant in the room, Malik Monk. My goodness, the most popular play in America, baby. 22.5 points, assists. Is it hitting, chat? Is it hitting? Well, I took his points rebounds last night at 20.5 and woke up this morning. It was up a full point. Now his points assists are there. What do you hear? What do you say? Let's take a look. Now, guys, like I said, we're crunched for time. It's already 2:30 my time. This video won't be live probably till 3:30. It's always longer when I have NFL and NBA on the same day. So again, I need you guys to help me out. Yesterday, you guys obliterated that like button. My goodness, I think that was the most likes I've ever had. 300 plus out of 3K views. You guys did the Lord's work. I wish Curry came through so we could have celebrated today, but I promise you guys, Nagasaki's coming. And again, what I go through on YouTube is a small snidge of the pie of what I do on the live streams in the Discord. And in 2025, I'm going to have some free live streams too, earlier in the day or maybe like real late at night at like 1 or 2 in the morning. I'm going to mix it up. Got big goals for 2025. And you guys, I appreciate each and every one of you guys for helping me get this far. My goal was to get 20,000 subscribers before the end of the year, and I'm like at 18,200. So I'm a little bit short unless I backdoor cover a miracle and gain 1,800 subscribers before January 1st. If you do want to help me out with that, hit subscribe. Over 50% aren't subscribed. But again, I appreciate you watching. If you aren't subscribed, whatever, guys, I love y'all. Most of you anyways. So that's my spiel about that. But let's talk about Malik Monk. The head-to-heads are trash, okay? But what do we know about the Pelicans? They're trash. And with Fox trade rumors swirling around, Monk could be sitting there thinking, hey, I could be the next guy to step up and take all that usage. Look at Monk's last 10, and it's hard to argue, baby. 24 against Utah. How many minutes did he play, though? He didn't play many because it was a freaking blowout, 140-97. Minutes equals money in the NBA, and this is no different. 38, 31, 40, 40, 47, 51. This is his fantasy score, guys. We're looking for points, assists. And here you go. It's just as crispy, guys. He's been an absolute demon. And look at the matchup. Look at the matchup. 22 in assists allowed, 6th in points allowed. But look at the macro, 23rd and 27th. I am not scared about the Pelicans at all. Their poverty. But also, Monk is a hybrid 1 and 2 anyways. If you did just want to take his flat assists at 5.5, I think that would be fine too. Look at his potential assists, y'all. He only had 5 last game, but again, limited in minutes. 11, 9, 16, 13, 14. Look at this. 16 potential assists, 13, and his line is only 5.5. That's a 50% differential, so he only needs to hit half of his potential assist, and he's getting there. Now, you can see since November 25th, his uptake has been elite. His usage rate is up, and that is what we are going by. So, I still think his points rebounds at 20.5 is the best line, but it's no longer there. So his points assists, even though it's the most popular play in America, I hate to say it, but I don't know how you get off of it. Guys, if you have a way to get off this play, pause! Nope, talking about monks. Leave me a comment in the chat and tell me how you're getting him off. What? What did you just say, bro? Nah. Save it. You know what I'm talking about. Let me know how we get off Malik Monk. Oh my gosh. brothers and sisters, I'm sorry, but how else do I say it? Let me know how you don't play Malik Monk today in the comments. There we go. That's PG. You know what I mean? I'm looking for a way. Maybe we just take his Gabi points or something and go with the Gabi. Or maybe we get Crispy, take his demon. How about that? How do you like me now? I don't know, but I'm not fading him. One last thing. Let's take a look at the market data, and I know it's going to be ugly. It always is on a guy like Malik. Oh, bang! 22.5. I was expecting a ugly thing, but look, we're Crispy. We're in the mix. The best place to take it would be MGM at 21.5. But look at Caesar's Palace, 23.5. They said, This line is going to move up probably, most likely. It's probably going to move up. Or you could go with his 3 points made at 2.5 minus 123. There you go. That's it. That's all I got to say about Monk. Now, there's a bunch of NBA plays that I like today. They're posted and listed in the Dub Club, but I can't spend too much time on it. We're going to the main event. We're going to the NFL. But one last thing I want to open your mind to, and that's Peyton Pritchard at 16.5 points, baby. Looky, Captain Crush has got a hooky. Minus 110, it's pretty much 50-50 across the board because he's Peyton Pritchard. He will have more lines that drop later in the day, a PRA, possibly a fantasy score, and I'm probably having exposure to all of it. We've seen this movie before. The cinema writes itself. He chucks his threes. If he's on point today, he's going over. Is he going to be a sweat? You betcha. But once again, take Tatum off the floor, and look at this. He's gone over in 7 of 9. Now, most of this is last season, but the last time they played without Tatum versus Detroit, 19 burger. And look at the minutes, Papa. 34, 43, 30, 25. He gets more minutes without Tatum on the floor. Now, I know Zinger's back in the mix. I don't really care. Even with Tatum on the floor, the man's going to chuck and get a little bit of minutes. So, you just got to deal with it, and you just got to get it right. And hopefully he hits. If he sells, well, by God, he sells. Him and Derek White. And I also like Zinger, too. I mean, it's dealer's choice with these Boston Celtics today, y'all. And then we got that run back with Cade. And then one last thing I'm going to say. I know I keep saying that, but the board's big and Captain Crush is on a roll. So why not? I think you got to consider Tobias Harris. Whoa, they bumped him up. I think you got to consider the man even with the bump. Bump be darned. 24.5. I locked it in. Now it's at 25. You want some Tobias Harris? Captain Crush says, go for it, man. Why not? You need a run back. If you already used your taco for Cade, Tobias Harris could be your man, and or Jaden Ivey at 2.5 turnovers. Well, they took that off the board. They took off his turnovers, but even at 3.5 assists for Ivy, likely he's going to land on 2 to 4. I think he lands on 4, either of those, and the rest is on the Dub Club. I can't keep wasting time going over this. Well, it's not a waste of time, but I got to get this video out, or no one's even going to see it, and then it's all poverty. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to NFL, the main event. Now, folks, the key to any NFL game, baby, is script. And I ain't talking rigged tinfoil hat script. I'm talking script the game the way you think it's going to roll. If you think it's going to be a shootout, you got to script it that way. If you think it's going to be a defensive battle, which would be absolute cinema, you got to script it that way. Runners, receivers, where are we going? Demons and garbage, oh my. But the Vegas point total is signaling shootout, 48.5, 2.5 point spread. You just saw the Rams and Bills game. That was cinema. That was amazing. We needed it. We needed it like air, and we got it. So where in God's name are we going today? Well, let me load up DG, and I'm going to spit fire, hell, and brimstone right now, right here. Filter these games out. I'm not interested in Sunday's games. And here it is. As you can see, we don't have a lot of value because the lines have been moving. Kittle's receptions, mid. Kittle's receiving yards, mid. Purdy's pass yards, bumped. Puka Nacua, bumped to the moon and back. Stafford's pass yards, bumped. Cooper Kupp, bumped. Everything's been bumped by this point of the day. So where are we going, folks? I got options for you. First thing I'm going to do is cover the non-goblin, non-demon, just options, okay? When America zigs, you want to zag. Everybody's on these two gents for good reason, Puka and Kittle. Here's the thing. Kittle is a primetime demon. He loves to go off in primetime games. I think his fantasy score pre-bump would have been crispy. It was at like 12.5. They moved it a full point. I think his receiving yards are okay, but again, I'm going to play it safe with the play that I'm going to give you. But first, I want to talk about ancillary pivots. Same guy, different play, nobody's on. Longest reception at 24.5 for Kittle. Nobody's talking about this, and I think it is a good play. Now, take a look at his last 10, all right? 33-7. This snow game doesn't even count. It does not even count. It was a snow bath. 33, 31, 33, 43, 41, 29, 15, 15, 25. Folks, he crushes in yak. Yards after the catch, 103, 31, 33, 71. I mean, average yards per reception, 25, 7, 13, 19, 21. He's exceeded 23 and a half longest reception in 11 of his last 13 games at home, guys. And throw in the fact that it's prime time and it's the Rams, and my goodness, I don't think this can be overlooked. Now, again on parlay play, look, it's 23.5 paying more and 24.5 paying less. Again, it's a glitch. On PrizePicks, it's 24.5 for the same payout. You need to get on parlay play, guys. I'm not just saying it because I'm linked up with them, but look at this. Boost, alt line, 1 yard less, and you're getting 4.94x. That's pretty much 5x for a 3-man power. And I have $40 left after all the slips that I've made in here, so I'm just going to place it right there so you guys can see it live, and I'm not canceling it. So 40 to win 200, basically. I'm locked in. If it sells, it sells. I don't care. I know I'm getting it in good, and that's why I'm not taking it on PrizePicks, because you can see where the place to take it is. So make sure you use code CRUSH on Parlay Play, links in the description, and send me that email. I got you 30 days of the cord. You could also go with this one, but I don't like this one as much. I think this one is good. Now, that shouldn't be something that you anchor. Read me clear. That's not an anchor, baby. If you anchor it and it chalks, cinema. But we're looking for pivots for things that no one's talking about. And I think that is one. I think his demon touchdown is in the mix because it's prime time. I love it. It pays out pretty well, I think. Let me see with any random prop. Well, it doesn't pay that good. It pays better on parlay play as well. What's new? But my favorite Kittle prop today, unfortunately, is the Gabi. I liked him earlier before the bump, but look, the Gabi still pays well, 2.5x. My favorite was actually his fantasy score, but they bumped that up to the freaking moon. It could still hit, but if he hits his fantasy score, he's going to need a touchdown, so I would rather just take the touchdown demon prop, you dig? He'll also need 50 yards, so this is where I'm going with George Kittle, primetime Kittle, and then if you're looking for a pivot completely off of Kittle, you'd go to Juwan, 3rd and 1, Jennings over here, baby. His fantasy score at 15 could be crispy, but this right here, the combo, it was 160 and a half, now it's 161. Puka can get 100 by himself. Jennings can get 100 by himself. If you believe it's going to be a shootout, you got to consider this combo. But again, if you don't want any Kittle, you're like, Cap, I'm not interested. Popular play tab. I want all of it off of it. You go to Juwan Jennings. But even he is popular because remember, 1, he's been cooking, and 2, injuries and everything else. It put Juwan in the driver's seat. So there you go with Juwan. And then lastly for this side, the slashed line is Purdy's pass yards. If you wanted a daily double, it's right here. Point blank simple. We're not reinventing the wheel. This is your daily double. 1.9x. This is basically 2x. So if you're Taco Mac, you're like, Cap, I'm just trying to get out with a double up. I got you. 50 to win 95. You win $45 profit or whatever your max is. If it's 20, you win 38. There you go. If you wanted to make it a little bit more coin, pivot to the other side. Stafford, 199 and a half pass yards, bang, 2x. Either one of those is fine. That's your daily double. You're welcome. Yesterday's daily double with Curry, unfortunately chalked, but Towns soared everything. It was actually more than a double. It was 2.5x. I apologize that Curry sold. He disappeared in the second half, guys. It happened. My goodness, I wanted this video to be short, but here we are. So that's my think. If you think Purdy's going to air it out, which I liked him at 250, you would just take his pass yards. The point total's high. And then on the other side, obviously, like I just said, Stafford. I think 224 and a half is great. I think his fantasy score is great at 17. But let me talk to you 1 second, y'all. Everybody is preparing for a Rams win and a shootout. So if you wanted to be on the pivot side, how do the Rams win without going through the air so much? Welcome, Mr. Kyren Williams, the pivot of pivots. Everyone's on Puka. You could be the guy that pivots to Kyren Williams. Absolutely. And I would not begrudge you one freaking bit. I think his anytime touchdowns in play, sure, it is every week. But let me show you what caught my eye. 21 and a half in the first 5 attempts. I usually only take these for David Montgomery, but I do think this one could be in play again. He missed it last week by like a yard, and I think he lost yards or a penalty or something. But look, 40, 45, 30, 23. If Garendo was 100%, I would love this. But with the news surrounding that, I can't confidently say it right now, so I'm going to leave that alone. His 14.5 longest rush is 100% in play. Remember, I know the comment guy that was, oh, you give so many options, brother, because everybody's going to have different reads. I'm giving you options that are in play. That is the goal here, to give you options that are in play. Somebody somewhere in America is watching this video that was thinking about this, and then they're like, oh, Captain said it was okay to play. I'm going with it. And then if it greens, they're like, good. I'm giving them confirmation bias. That's a powerful tool and a powerful thing to have. If somebody you trust can confirm one of your biases or a choice that you were thinking about, psychologically, it's very a good thing. So relax, comment guy. I'm giving you a pivot. If you were, my guy tonight is Puka. I'm just riding it. Pause, no pause. I'm riding Puka. If he sells, he sells. I know they're going to target him. I know he's going to get the usage. I need a healthy Puka, but if you wanted to get off of Puka and pivot, I'm giving you your man. Last time they played, he crushed them. But Puka wasn't in the mix. Cup wasn't in the mix. And for those that are on the Rams winning this game, I don't see how you don't take Kyren Williams. Look at this. On 922, 116 rush plus receiving yards, 27 receiving yards, and 89 rush yards, which leads me to my favorite Kyren Williams play today. And it is, if I was going to take him, 10.5 receiving yards. I think it's a little bit too low. My model has him going for like 15. The fact that they have two demons up here is signaling to me that it's in play. Wide range of outcomes. All he needs is one little screen or something like that. And then obviously his rush yards are in play too. This is just super, super low, guys. In fact, I just saying it out loud, I talked myself in on it. On the lineups where I don't have Puka, I'm going to have Kyren. So that'll be my pivot off Puka. And like I'll have two game scripts, one where it's out through the air and then another one where it's just like a normal game. And Kyren's going to be in that one. Rush yards or any of those other ones that I took. And then do I really need to sell you on Puka, guys? Puka's just, we know he's going to get targets. Let's go look at it, and then I'm going to wrap this up. And guys, I'm begging you, show up to that live stream today. We're making a community slip. We have enough good games. I'll be able to break all of this down even more for you guys over there. But look at Puka, man. The receiving yards allowed, again, terrible matchup. But look, 162 versus Buffalo. 56 versus New Orleans. Remember, that was the fluke game. 117 Philly. 123 New England. 98 Miami. 11 versus there. That's when I think he got like banged up. Minnesota, 106. And then last season, we don't really care about. But if you do look at last season, Bazinga on September 17th, he dropped 150. So, again, I'm staying on Puka. Again, my favorite for Puka is going to be his Gabi or that combo. This is what I have most of shares of, to be 100% honest with you. I don't want to take him at 90 too much. I did take him at 88.5 on Parlay Play because of the value I'm getting, but this would be my favorite. His fantasy score or his anytime touchdown, obviously. But guys, script the game, okay? And I'm going to build a lineup